Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the daily market wrap for Tuesday, December 10th, 2019, brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Before we get started, please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Everything we're going to talk about today is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. All right, let's check and see how things are looking here off of the daily chart on the SPX. So we have our upward trend line right here, right? And we broke down below this the other day, right, for a shot across the bow, right? And then a gap down, but it gave you that lower pivot right there. So what that did is form the trend box, right? All-time highs to that pivot level. And now we're just kind of messing around inside this box right here. So we had a potential gap fill today for a 3-day unfilled gap reversal, and we're still in that gap right now. So we'll see if we get any follow through the downside tomorrow on that one. We do have Fed day tomorrow, and that could certainly shake things up. Again, another choppy day today with a spinning top today. So we'll see if anything from the press conference gives any indication for future rate cuts or not, and then might send the market going crazy. Now, last Fed day was like the first Fed day in a while, then nothing really happened, right? There wasn't any big moves after the press conference or the rate announcement too. So we'll see. We'll see if that leads to anything. Really, right now, a lot of the the messages about tariffs are still moving things. Right, we were down 10 points yesterday. On the on the futures, and then we ended up gapping up this morning, being green this morning on more trade talk type stuff. So price action today, basically inside 15 or 15 orb up right after an inside 15 here to get that breakout today for a real nice move there. Apple had another strong day today, so kind of led the market up very, very similar to where the SPX did. So again, you had your inside 15 here within the 15 orb range, which broke to the upside to give a nice breakout on that one. Netflix, had a downgrade today and kind of held its own for a little bit, right? So had a decent little move here. Couldn't get above any of the pre-market levels. Really, really choppy, right? And then it gave one more test here, the 15 up high, and then flushed. Gave a nice down move today on Netflix. It looks like there was some dip buyers today. Saw Options Mike was tweeting out a little bit earlier about the some big call buyers stepping up on Netflix. So we'll see if that type of unusual option activity will give it any action on that one. So Amazon was another one to kind of keep on the radar today. It's generally continuing to being weak right here. It pushed up a little bit into the close. Right here, nice candles right here, but it was pretty bearish as it broke the 15 orb down today. So, a couple moves on that one. On some of our 15 orb lists that we were looking at today, so Chewy was a big one, CHWY. Okay, so nice 15 order breakout on that one today, so that worked its way up pretty nicely here. We had a few members that were having that one and made some profit on that as well. MDB, classic reversal, guys. If anybody saw the Thanksgiving video where I talked about VEEV and why that one reversed, let's take a look here at MDB and see what it was doing on the daily. Right, so that's really key stuff, right? Really key considerations right here. Look where it gapped up to. It gapped up below a major pivot right here, which means there's a high probability for a reversal. If it can't go over the pre-market levels, the next level is to attempt that gap fill, which can usually happen quickly on an earnings day or earnings release day. But instead, what does it do? It can't go to those levels. It's a good opportunity to reverse. So we could see that happen perfectly right here off the 15 orb, right inside 15 down, breaks it down to the downside. So I mean, a nice move even here on that 15 orb break, 138.08 all the way to 126, over a 10-point move to the downside on MDB. SPX ended up reversing as well. Again, it's not one I typically like to trade. The spreads can be a little bit funky, but it did break down a little bit towards the end of the day there. AZO was the big crazy one today, right? That was just an enormous gap up today. Let's see if that can pop up here for us. So big move today, 15 orb up, but really they kind of, let's take a look at it and see why. Why did this have a gap and go and the other ones didn't? Well, because it gapped over every major level out there. It got to all-time high, so it had a real nice move off of that. And honestly, that one for like an overnight lotto on these were pretty significant. I think it was over a 10x play on those, so pretty impressive stuff on that. Closed right at 12.50 even. Pretty impressive. I wonder who is behind that one. Anyway, good stuff. So we have that going on here. So for tomorrow, just got a couple things to kind of keep on the radar. There's some earnings that just came out. We've got GameStop, which is basically a penny stock right here. I go, imagine that penny stock. Imagine that it missed. So when these things go, they go down pretty hard right there. So GME is pretty much probably going to be delisted at some point. Dave & Buster's, PLAY, that had a little bit of a gap up there. I think they were in line with some things and then saw some store sales decrease, whatever the case was. But anyway, they're still up there here after market. Ollie is a big one. Right, nice big move there from up almost 10 points after hours. That's going to be on the 15 orb list for tomorrow. PLCE. That's going to be in the morning for that one. And then another one that should be pretty interesting today, and we'll finish up with this, is Peloton, PTON. Big down move today after Citron said that the stock is going to be worth like $5, right? We know that's not really the case, right? Even the valuation itself is, more than that. It's just got, a lot of times sellers get scared or buyers get scared or owners get scared and they dump their stocks, whatever the case is. And sometimes you get big short sellers that step in too to go along with what Citron says. So, he's right, who knows, 50% of the time or so, but this sent it down a little bit. We'll look to see if there's a dip buying opportunity. It'll be on our 15 order list for tomorrow to keep an eye out for. So anyway, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I hope everybody had a great trading day today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.